Anyway, hi. I'm I'm playing in full screen, so I'm going to need to I'm going to need to alt tab in the chat. So I'll try to check chat every so often, but let me know that it's kind of slow. Anyway, we are now in classic 0.0.13a underscore 03. Okay, but what does that mean? What that means is that we're now officially in a publicly released version of the game. And this version adds water to the edge of the world. Though I think if I dig down here, the water won't actually update. Yeah. Well, there's a big honking cave in here. So, here's that house that I built in the previous version. It looks good. It looks about as good as you'd expect for a house that was made in Classic. It's sort of in front of the Tristan sign, though. But you can still sort of see it if you look at it from this angle. Yeah. And I made this sign for Tristan Corso, who is, in case someone didn't know, I made this sign for Tristan Corso, who is another member of the old Minecraft versions community. So we have water, but I don't think there is a way to sort of bring, even once water does get added, like flowing in from the edges, which will allow us to access water in the regular sort of environment of the game. Even after that, I don't think there's a way to I don't think there's a way to I don't think there's a way to, like, sort of bring it up to fill up this lake. I mean, like, if nothing else, we'll just use blue wool for all the water once 20A, once we get to 20A. But for right now, it's just going to be cobblestone. So, you can now change the render distance with F, though this looks very bad in this version. And I'd probably just use the highest render distance no matter what, since the world is tiny anyway. Speaking of it being a tiny world, I think I want to expand out the sort of grassy area some. It's going to be a little annoying to do with this new control scheme, because, like, Oh, there's also like block swapping in a sort of weird way, where if you click on the corner of the block, it allows you to place a block inside another block. Yeah, now in the game you sort of switch between breaking and placing modes instead of left click being to place a block and right click being to break a block. I honestly like the other system better. It's just a little janky to get used to, but I honestly thought after all of the playing pre-classic versions that I would end up needing to, like, adjust to playing modern Minecraft where the controls are flipped from pre-classic. Where left click is to break and right click is to place. But as it turns out, I really didn't need to do anything. And so I'm just going to be spending the entire stream basically placing dirt. Let me see what chat has to say. Just a normal guy says hello. Hi there. And you see, there's that block swapping glitch from before. I, like, placed a block inside of another block. I wonder how easy that glitch is to just, like, utilize intentionally. I know that it happens because of, like, a glitch in block hitbox detection. And I think potentially with, like, the rendering of the blocks. In the game. To be honest, I feel like this glitch, the block swapping glitch, is going to be really more annoying than useful, since it's very hard to, like, do on purpose and in a way that's quick enough to be useful for building. I think the block swapping glitch has to do with, like, the game not finding the edge of the block that you're focusing on, because it happens, like, when you're looking at the very edge of a block. It might be like a bug with the tessellator or something. You know what I don't like? Is when... What I don't like is when someone refuses to explain a meme in, like, a Discord server or whatever. It just makes me feel left out of whatever community I'm trying to be in. And, like, otherwise they've sort of accepted me into that community. But, like, when I try to ask them to explain memes, they just, like, repeat the meme as if it should be obvious. I do have a theory on why this is, and it's that these people use the internet so much that they consider that meme a basic expression of their feelings, and so asking them to explain it is sort of like asking them to explain being happy, which... Which, like... Okay. Which is, like, sort of kind of hard to explain. Anyway. Now there's a menu now. Did you see that? Another thing is I can no longer place blocks inside myself, which is a bit annoying for some purposes, but overall makes the game feel a little better. This version does, I believe, have its own... This version does, I believe, have its own terrain generation, but I prefer to... I generally prefer to keep myself in the same world for as long as possible. And also, and I might even, like, use some sort of conversion tool to convert this to an InDev world once I'm in InDev, just because I really like this terrain generation. The terrain generation is actually inaccurate, by the way. The way it actually works is, like, if you've seen my test logs for... So, a while back I was working on a game called Builder, which was basically a 2D version of Minecraft, and it generated caves the same way the Cave Game Tech Test generated caves. Which is by using a cellular automaton algorithm. Which sort of smooths randomly generated terrain out. I think this uses cave generators from later versions. At least that's what I'm thinking. This remake, the remake that I used. What was I talking about? Hello everyone. Yes, I uploaded the Endless Breath sprite. You can get over it. Anyway, this version is actually in the launcher. This version's actually in the launcher, Elijah. So you can, if you go into the launcher settings and enable historical versions, then you will be able to play this. But don't use the Minecraft launcher to play old versions if you can avoid it. It sucks at it. Use a launcher like Betacraft. Betacraft is the one I'm using. Betacraft actually comes like pre-packaged with all of the Minecraft versions that have been found, and Minecraft versions themselves are just jar files, so if you want to download any of the remakes, you can... Oh wow. That is one block swap glitch.